This is where we hustle. Every day I'm hustling. 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 Who you suck to think you're tripping?
All right, welcome to Pounded Live, guys. We have a lot to talk about. A lot of games, a lot of things that are going on today. It's been a crazy, crazy day. So let's go right at it. Let's talk some NHL. Let's take care of this right out of the gate. Islanders stole game one from the Lightning. They are right now plus 170 versus the Lightning. Lightning minus 200. Everyone expects the Lightning to no doubt win this game. I want to hear from you guys. Is this a must-win game for them? I mean, I feel like they have to win. Going back to New York, that's going to be a tough, tough place to win. The way the Islanders are playing defensively and offensively, it's going to be a mayhem. The Lightning have to take care of business today. Because there's a good chance that they're probably going to split the series in New York, which will put them down 3-1 back into Tampa. So I think today the Lightning have to win. But in a betting aspect, I'm passing it. There's just no way I'm laying 200 on a game like this when the Islanders could easily win this game. There's just no value in this game at all. So, I mean, yeah, put a unit on the Islanders. But, those units, just for the hell of it, add up. Just remember that. So a unit here, a unit there. Next thing you know, you're down 3, 4, 5 units. So hopefully the Islanders come in for you. But, yeah, this one is a pass for me. I have no lean. I think the Lightning do take care of business today. It's going to be a hard-fought game. It's definitely not going to be like the Vegas-Montreal game yesterday, which I said it all depends on how they come out. Vegas took control early and never looked back. So all that Montreal talk, throw it out the window. Vegas is here to play and here to stay. They're going to move on to the next round, no problem. So, all right, let's go to the next game. And I'm actually looking forward to talking about this one because for the past hour and a half, I can't put my phone down. Just been nonstop. Bucks and Nets. This is the storyline of the day. Who's not going to be watching this game, as I want to know. So all of a sudden, James Harden injury report comes out saying he's playing now. He's going to play hurt. Now, I mean, listen to this. You really think Durant's going to play a game at home where the Nets should win by himself? No, James Harden's going to get off his big butt, play the stupid game. Stop just because you're a little injured, you're fine. I mean, these NBA players, I'm telling you, man, they sit down for everything. God forbid they break a fingernail and they sit down. I mean, I'm sure it's a little more major than that, but get your big ass off the freaking bench and play. Come on. You make all these millions of dollars. You sit half of the season, and now you want to sit down because you're injured. Get your ass off. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about the Nets in this NBA injury report. I don't think Harden's going to be a huge factor in this game at all whatsoever. I think he's going to be shooting threes more than anything. He's not going to drive. If he does, he's not going to be 100%. I also think he's going to be on a minutes limit. I mean, what happened 30, 40 years ago, there was no minutes limitations. Now, everyone's on limitations and calculations. Forget it. I like the Bucks here. I think the Bucks steal one. I still think the Bucks take it. I mean, I was on the Bucks this morning, and I'm on the Bucks still. I think this James Harden news is just to throw you off. Harden might make maybe 10, 12 points. I don't think it's going to be a huge impact in this game at all. Definitely not going to impact the over-under. If anything, I think he's just going to help the Bucks player that's guarding him. That's my take on that. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the Bucks or the Nets? I know a lot of people are on the Nets still. Yeah, exactly, Greg. Not betting the Nets. I can't bet the Nets. I mean, if Harden was 100%, that's a whole other story. But out of nowhere, Harden's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to play. I think somebody lit the fire up his ass and is playing now. No, man, no. This is a decoy for the betting. That's still the Bucks. Bucks. This is Bucks game. And I actually got some good info on this game when it comes statistic-wise. The Nets are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games as an underdog. Now, to me, that's an misleading stat. Because when was the last time the Nets were dogs? That was before Durant and Irving was healthy. So that's a very misleading stat. So when you look at these stats and trends, make sure you know which ones is actually helping you. Then the Bucks are 30-14-1 against the spread last 45 meetings. They own the Nets, but the Nets were also not a good team back then. The Bucks are 16-5-1 in their last 22 meetings in Brooklyn. Again, another misleading stat. It just tells me that doesn't matter if it's in Brooklyn or in Milwaukee. But the Brooklyn Nets were not a good team before Irving and Durant got healthy. One thing I saw is a big info. Tons of info on the under. Under is 5-2 the last 7 meetings in Brooklyn. You got to keep in mind that was mostly because of the bad Nets. Under is 6-0 the last 6 meetings. There you go. There's a good statistic. So it's went under in every game this series. So everything leans toward the under. 220.5 in this type of NBA style is not a lot of points in my opinion. Anything above 225 is a lot. But 220, that's about the average. But my leans are Bucks -3 and the under. Don't overthink it. Don't let this James Harden news sway you off your original play. I mean, I'd be shocked to see this guy score more than 20 points today. I'd be shocked to see him heavy loaded on minutes. I just don't see it. He might not even play. He's under questionable. Not even probable. Questionable. My book went from -4.5 to -1.5. I checked 10 minutes after that. It was back to -2.5. Some books are -3. Some books are -2.5. So that tells me not even the books don't even know what's going on. But the most consistent books only went down 1 point. That's it. Just 1 point. That tells you it's not really a big deal. That's if he plays or not. And if he does play, it's not going to be a major impact. Yeah, lean the under. I agree, Greg. 100% under. I mean, it's pretty crazy because the Nets were a big over team at one point. But that was also when they were not healthy, when they had their big 3 not playing. Now that they're all healthy, they bring more defense. So the Bucks -3 and the under is my leans for this game. So let's go to Major League Baseball. And I got a couple questions already from you guys, which is awesome. First question was the Nets are the over-under. Go with the under. That was my lean, under. Orioles lost 15 straight road games. Will it continue? Well, let me break that down for a little bit for you. You got Matt Harvey versus what's this guy's name? Cal Quantrill? Cal Quantrill. Cal? All right, Cal Quantrill. I'm not sold on the guy. I'm not sold on the Orioles. I'm not a fan of the Orioles. To me, the Orioles are one of those below offenses in the league. This guy, Cal Quantrill, has a 3.21 ERA versus Matt Harvey. It's Happy Harvey Day, guys. Happy Harvey Day. We're also going to have another happy whatever day later on, J-Hap Day. So I'll talk to you about that later. But Cal Quantrill versus Matt Harvey. This is a garbage game. The Indians are not the same team they have been in the past few years. I mean, even though people are betting Indians like crazy every night, like they're the 2016 Indians, they're not. They're not even a good team at all. The Twins can beat them. The Twins are garbage. So the answer to your question, there's a good chance the Indians win this game, but it would not surprise me if the Orioles stole this game. Not at all. This would be the game that the Orioles can actually win, because the Indians are nothing to brag about. They're a very, very, very beatable team, even at home. One of the very few teams that I can say you can beat at home, no problem. There's no home field advantage for Cleveland. They're that bad. So there's your answer on that one. The Nationals, 28 home games, 23 games under. So to go over this one, tonight they're playing Pittsburgh? Let's see. Tyler Anderson versus Patrick Corbin. I have said this for a long time, basically all season. Nationals have the most overrated offense in the league. Now on paper, to me, they're stacked. But performance-wise, they haven't done nothing. Zip, zero. John Lester's on the mound. He's still a stud on the mound, and they cannot back this guy up. He's losing first 5 innings by 1 run, 1-0, 2-0. Give this guy some help. Patrick Corbin has had good starts, and he's had bad starts. He's 3-5 with a 6.21 ERA. Most of that has been because of his bad starts. Every time I've went against him, he's dominated me, so I personally stayed away from it. All right, I'll get to your question. Our Cubs for real. Tyler Anderson, I'm not sold on this guy. This guy is it's the Pittsburgh Pirates, guys. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's all I'm going to say. They don't have a lot of good players. I mean, they should have a really good farm system. They don't even have a top farm system after all their losing years. They don't. The Rays, believe it or not, have the top farm system. Even after trading and bringing up all their top guys, they still got the best farm system. Year in and year out, they got the best farm system. The Pirates, no. So to answer your question before I keep getting sidetracked on all this garbage talk, yes, it's going to go under. It's going to go under. I don't know what the total is, but it's going to go under. That's my guess. All right, are the Cubs for real? Cubs are for real at home, not on the road. Like tonight, they play versus Taijuan Walker. I'd be shocked if they win that game. Shocked. Taijuan Walker, what a steal for the Mets. What a steal. Absolute steal. This guy was hit or miss on the Mariners. And now, let me get this. And now, he's with the Mets, and he's just been studly. I don't know what they did to him. They finally found his inner glitch or whatever, but they fixed him. The guy's a stud. He's definitely a number 2 starter behind DeGrom in that rotation. So if they can make it to the playoffs, they have a solid 1-2 punch going into the playoffs. It would just depend on their 3-4-5 or 3-4 starters. Oh, sorry, allergies. To really step it up, or their bullpen to really hang in there. But the Mets are not going to be an easy team if they can make it to the playoffs. As long as DeGrom is healthy and Walker's healthy, that's a great 1-2 punch. So the Cubs for real. Let me put it this way. If they can get the game within 1 run and it's a bullpen game, that's where their advantage is. The Cubs bullpen is so underrated that they don't even talk about it. So underrated. Do your research on the Cubs bullpen. I really don't know the statistics on it, but their bullpen is sick. Absolute sick. They got a bunch of young guys, and they are studs. As of right now, they're studs. I don't think the hitters have figured them out yet. I think that's why they're so good. But right now they're playing really good. If they get the lead going into the 7th inning, 1-2-3, Cubs are going to win. They can have a 1-run lead. Ryan Tepera, he's figured it out. Solid 1-2-3 inning. 8th inning, Chafin, 1-2-3. And then you get it to the 9th, it's game over with Kimbrel. Kimbrel's vintage Kimbrel now. So the Cubs were injured. They were injured. They were on their 5th catcher. They had 4 or 5 starting players out at one time, and they were still winning. Still winning. They got this guy, Patrick Wisdom. They don't even know what to do with this guy. Technically, he needs to be sent down, but they still they keep him on the roster because he's one of the best. He's probably got the best hitter on the team right now. He's most consistent. They don't even know what to do with him. And then you got Nico Horner coming back up. They got this Alcantara. They got a bunch of weapons. But it all depends on their weakness is their starting pitching. That's their weakness. Starting pitching on the road. So are the Cubs for real? I think they're going to be one and done in the playoffs. If they don't get home field advantage, they're one and done. So there's your answer on that. All right, let's get to our baseball games. And we got some good matchups. And picked out games that I thought you guys would like. We'll start off with the heavyweight matchup between the Rays and the White Sox. I know I went over this game yesterday. The Rays took care of business off Lance Lynn. To me, that was very impressive. Very impressive. I was way wrong. Today's a different story. The Rays have a starting pitcher. He's going to pitch about 2 innings. He's a left-handed starter. Maybe 3 innings. It depends on how long they keep him in there for. Versus Dallas Keuchel. And the Rays starting pitcher, that young kid, he's a lefty. And everybody's jumping on the White Sox. So these money line prices are from this morning. I did all this morning. So if it's changed, I'm sure it has. But I chose the White Sox yesterday. But I have to go with the White Sox again today. It's another lean, guys. I mean, they got the Rays with the number 1 bullpen, and it's a bullpen game today. But Dallas Keuchel, he shuts you down too. This is your heavyweight battle. Just like France and Germany that's going on right now. It's a heavyweight battle, guys. Several of you guys have asked me, what's my pick on the Germany and France? I have no idea. If I had to make a play, it would be a 1-1 draw. That's my pick. Both teams score and finish 1-1. That's my guess. But this Rays White Sox, just like I said yesterday, this is going to be your American League Conference preview on who goes to the World Series. If any of these 2 teams don't make the World Series, that's a huge disappointment between both organizations and the representation of the American League, because there's no one else that can stand toe-to-toe with these 2 teams. So we'll see what happens. But my lean is the White Sox, and don't even ask me on the over-under. I was way off yesterday. So, next game. All right, let's go with this one. I'm excited to talk about this one. So when you look at this one, you got the Rangers on the road plus 170. They're absolutely awful on the road versus the Astros, who at home minus 180. Very good home team and in very good form, playing very good baseball right now. But if anyone knows baseball enough and rivalries enough, these 2 teams, it doesn't matter how bad one team is, it's always a battle. Always a battle. And the starting pitcher is McCullers and Kyle Gibson. Automatically, people are picking the Astros right out of the gate. Astros at home versus the Rangers. Oh, they're horrible. Oh, they are horrible. I hate the Rangers. I even picked the Yankees over the Rangers, and I don't even like betting the Yankees, especially this year, because we're all frustrated with the Yankees because years back they were a moneymaker. Now they're just one big headache, and they're getting healthy. They're not injured anymore, and they're still playing like, garbage. So this game, don't think it's going to be an automatic Astros win, guys. This is one of those games where you do your research, you're going to discover some new things. So McCullers is starting today, but he's also going to come out of the game early, and Odorizzi is going to pitch. Now, I don't know exactly how many innings McCullers is going to pitch, probably maybe about 3, maybe start the 4th inning. But McCullers and Odorizzi is your 1-2 punch today for the Astros. And if anyone knows Odorizzi, he's awful. He's awful. When you saw Odorizzi on the mound versus the Astros, you faded Odorizzi. He's like a Matt Harvey. Awful. But then on the upset end, you got Kyle Gibson, who has been one of the top pitchers in Major League Baseball. That's how good. He's 4-0 with a 2.13 ERA. Now on the road, he's got a 3.41 ERA, 1-0. His last 3 starts, he's got a 1.56 ERA. Dominant. His starts and ERA at night, is 3-0 with a 1.62 ERA. Because when you do baseball, there's different statistics when nighttime and daytime. You'll be surprised on how big of a difference it is when it comes to players' performance. Doesn't matter, hitters or pitchers. So he pitched versus the Cal Gibson has pitched versus the Astros twice this year. On May 21st, he pitched 6 innings, 1-run baseball in Houston. No decision. His bullpen blew it. Lost. The Rangers lost. No decision. Then I'm sorry. That was May 21st. On May 16th, the start before that, he went 7 innings, 2 earned runs, no decision. Again, the bullpen blows it again, once again. This guy can't catch a break. He leaves the game with the lead, and they blow it for him. That's why he's only 4-0. This is why I said in his last start, I forgot who they played. Versus the Giants. I had Rangers at home, first 5 innings, the money line. And, of course, Gibson gives up 2 solo home runs. And that was the day the Giants had a bullpen game. And the Rangers were hitting like they were versus Randy Johnson or something. They couldn't hit this. They couldn't hit the Giants' bullpen guys. It was ridiculous. So the Rangers went on to win that game in extra innings. But what I'm trying to say is there's no run support. Their bullpen is horrible. Don't ask me how they held the Giants to a couple runs that game. I don't know how the Giants didn't win that game. Where is it? Oh, the Rangers are 10-3 as a visiting team after against the spread loss since April 12th. That is big. That is big. White Sox for real. So that changes the whole story, guys. Rangers are 10-3 as a visiting team after against the spread loss since 4/12. Well, let's go back. So they played on Sunday. They were off yesterday. Let's see. They lost 5-3 against the Dodgers on Sunday. Remember they scored all 3 runs in the 9th inning? They almost came back and tied and almost won it. So it's against the spread loss. So this trend fits in for tonight. And what better way to take a plus 170 versus a starting pitcher that's only going to last 3 innings? And the replacement's has an ERA over 6. Here's your plus 170 dog of the day is the Rangers. As much as I hate it, I love it. Rangers plus 170. Free play. There you go. Very, very small. Very small. Very small. Take the Rangers plus 170 on the road. Let's make that 11-3 on that trend. Okay. All right. Next game. Angels, A's. I know we spoke about this game yesterday. The Angels on the road, 15-17 versus the A's -1. This was a 5-unit play yesterday for me for the A's. I mean, when you broke it down, the Angels now they're 12-17 on the road. If you minus the Diamondback series. Today is a different story, though. You got Andrew Heaney on the mound. And Andrew Heaney, every time I go against this guy, he wins every time. Now, if there is going to be a game that the Angels are actually going to take a game out of this series, it's going to be tonight. Because they're playing against Montes. Let me pop it up. So Montes is a 6-6 with a 4.37 ERA versus Andrew Heaney, who's a lefty, 4-3 with a 4.37 ERA. Now we know the Angels can hit, even though they're out. Mike Trout is out. They can still hit, which surprised me. No Pujols, no Trout, no problem. They're still hitting. But can their bullpen hold up? The A's are pesky. You know how the A's are. They're going to make you pitch, draw the walk. They're just like the Rays. The A's and the Rays are so similar. Bunch of no-name players on the team, and they win. It's so impressive. They play with these bunch of no-names, and they keep winning. I love it. I absolutely love it. But today, I like the Angels as a lead. It's It's not an official play. I just don't see the A's sweeping the Angels in this series. And if the Angels are going to take a game, it's going to be this one. Unless you guys think the A's are going to sweep the Angels, and tomorrow's matchup is Canning versus Irvin. And how do you right out of the gate without looking at anything? How do you go against the A's tomorrow? So I'm going with the Angels to take game 2. The A's taking game 3. And there you go. Angels, money line. I mean, I think they're going to come back on this one. So A's will take 2 out of 3 in the series. And this is the game the Angels take it. The Angels are not playing bad. Even though they have played nobody, they're still winning. So, Angels it is. All right. Oh, yeah. So, that's all the games I got. Yeah, that's all the games I got, guys. So, recap. Lightning are going to win. No value in the play, though. No value. That's a pass. So they're going to go back to New York, 1 game apiece. If not, it's going to be 2-0, and the Lightning are in big trouble in the series. Angels and A's. Angels steal 1, take game 2, but are going to lose the series overall. Bucks -3 and the under. Rangers +170. Oh, I do have one more play. So the free play was the Rangers +170. But my free play of the day, it's a lot of juice. It's -167, but it's the Dodgers. And if there's one thing I've learned about Major League Baseball this season, is I study a lot of the pitchers. Zach Eflin on the road is 1-4 with a 5.75 ERA. Against at home, 1-1 with a 2.13 ERA. Dodgers are healthy now. They're playing really good. Nothing fancy, but they're winning. And they're winning smoothly, I like to say. They're not like coming from behind. They're taking the lead, and they're not looking back kind of wins. So, free play. Dodgers -167. Take the juice. But you also got the Rangers +170. So if you guys want to jump on, I got a lot of premium plays, 2 pounded bombs or 10 unit bombs, $19.99 for the day, 3-0 top plays, or the week is given. And my 10 unit bomb record is 92-40 for the year. I like to know anybody that's done better than that for this year. So that's another episode of Pounded Live. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I hope you all make some money as well as us. And let's cash it, book it. Let's go.